Well. No intro, no explosions, no music, no countdown. We've got none of that. We're just going to go straight to this because impromptu video that I decided to do. And I see one of my buddies over here, Mike. Thanks for jumping in and hanging out with me on my live show. That's kind of a unboxing. We're going to take a look at this device. If you guys were watching last night on the Streaming Matters show, at the very end of the show, I actually did the official unboxing of it or ripping it out of the package. But we were so long into the show, it was difficult to talk about it in depth. We talked with Turk so much that it was difficult to do that. So um, Blue says, "Well, why don't you just do a video? You're off on Saturday. Do a video Saturday." So I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? We'll do it." And definitely not as good as this unboxing, and all that is not going to be as good as ETA Primes or some of the other guys that are with a couple different cameras and nice clean counter. I'm using my desk, and anybody that's come and seen me, they know my desk is not the cleanest. So we're gonna see what happens. So Tara, thanks for jumping in here. Tara says that he's looking to get a mini PC2. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see where this is at. I won't be able to give it a massive run through, but we'll be able to give a basic running through so you can get a feel for it. And I think with the price point for this, it's very good. And if someone's looking for that options of having a computer and have a browser and all that stuff. So Tim, Roger, thanks for joining. Mandy, Eddie, thanks for you guys jumping on here. JJ, Trooper, all you guys jumped in here. Santos, welcome. So we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead. We are 2 minutes. So this is the box it came in. Let me get rid of and I don't have Blue here to make sure that I'm doing the right things. So we'll see if I mess up. So this is the box it came in. Does have on here, it's preloaded, and it says with Windows, so they do preload it with Linux if you want it preloaded with Linux, but it does have that offering. So this came to me through DHL. Came in this type of packaging, a bunch of bubble wrap inside there. So and I maybe 6 days. Maybe 7 at the most is what it took to get here. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna set this down here. Tara, I'm kind of thinking this. I think it'd make a great media server, media device, and that's my thoughts. And it also gives you Windows, and we're gonna see how well this works. I've got some options. I'm gonna try to stream it on here. I also have it to where I brought my other TV out here because that TV's too far away and you can't get a good picture. So we're gonna try this over here. So let me go ahead and move my camera down here. So, okay, let me get a little drink of water. Yeah, water tonight. I had too many beers yesterday. So we're going to go this right. Okay, so let's take a look at this. The box it's tight. And there is almost no give on this, but okay. So we got there, a little bit of foam in there to, I guess, protect it. So this is what we're looking at here. We have the actual device, a little bit of plastic. We have this, which is the brackets for the back of the TV. So if you're a person that's going to want to mount this on the back of your TV, which I think is definitely an option for a lot of people, this gives you the brackets so that you're able to mount it. And I know that some people mounted it to a back of a computer or a monitor. So we got that. Let's see. Peter, no, it's not Smirnoff's water. No, I'm doing water today. So this is the power brick. Now I'm gonna take this out of the plastic, so we're gonna set that there. So that is, set it up here. That is the Chuwi, the Larkbox, and this is the power brick, which is that is a bit crazy. That is, I mean, pretty close there in size, y'all. That is pretty close. So got that. So let me see what else is in the box before I move on. Little goodies at the bottom there. Oh, it's got to be like the owner's manual and stuff. Yes. So you got your owner's manual. Got a little, oh, even got a little sticker if I want to be a Chewy supporter. Look at there. No Chewy. Oh, no, that's a piece of paper. So you got that. A nice big manual. So we got that in a whole lot of languages. It's got some pictures in there. Okay. All right. So just a little bit of paperwork is what this is. Larkbox, product, all that information. Warranty card is in here. So you got your warranty in here. Okay. So we got that. That's all that's in that box. So let's take a look at the device itself. So on the front, we have a power button. You can see that. You got a little power button on and off. At the top, you can see it's got some venting. So you got the venting there on the top. Nothing on that side. On the back, we have the USB plugs. Got two of those. And then we have a USB-C. And then the HDMI for the out video. Looks like a micro SD card slot. And then we also have the headphone jack. So if you're wanting to just plug this in. Thanks, Blue, for the house pants. Yep. Kicking them, kicking. Hey, but they match. Matches my shirt. So you got that. So that is it. One of the things, and I'm going to show, let me go ahead and share my screen, y'all. Let's take a look at this. Share this. So this is the website, and you can see the little ad here. Here's the specs that they give on little promo here. How the size, the Intel processor tells you which processor is the N4100. Graphics chip is the UHD 600, and I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said this would probably be able to run 4K. You may find it not running 4K at 60 frames a second, so you may find it running at 30. But again, I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Probably won't find out today because I don't have a 4K video on a flash drive. We've got, this is the 6 gigs of RAM and the 128 gigs of storage that's in it. It does have a fan, and if you watch ETA Prime's video, you'll be able to watch where he took this apart layer by layer, and there is shows the fan and the heatsink. The heatsink runs across the whole bottom, and they said in there that that's actually one of the heaviest parts of this device is actually the heatsink. It's like copper, and it runs all the way across the bottom, or brass runs all the way across the bottom there. Here where he shows you, you can see where they have it mounted on the back of a monitor, and M.2 solid state hard drive expansion. So I did take a look at that, and I looked it up on Amazon. Now, when you look up an M.22 hard drives, you're going to look it up and you're going to see a whole bunch. But that doesn't mean that every one of those is going to fit in this device. You have to look for the 2242. And if you think about it, it's like 22 millimeters by 22 millimeter by 42 millimeters, something like that, or centimeters. I can't remember which it was, but you got to make sure to get the 2242. So it goes through a bunch of things, shows you the motherboard and all the components that's on here. I can get it to roll down here. showing you the fan. Some complained about the fan was a little bit louder, but we're gonna find out. I'll find out, and I'll have it running, and you guys will be able to see for yourself. Um, Again, trying to make sure it's staying cool. Showing on here, saying it runs 4K. Doesn't say how many frames a second. This is 60 hertz. So we'll see. We'll see. Little small thing shows you all this. Again, shows you all this that I've kind of showed you. It has Bluetooth 5.0, so you're able to connect it. I'm actually going to connect it with a wireless keyboard that I have. I'm going to stick a little dongle in there, and we're going to go with it. Talk about energy usage and all, so you can see. So that's that. Oh, and it, like I had said, talked about with Linux, and did see some people talking about they would actually set it up on a dual boot system. So again, if someone's wanting to go that route with dual boot, but it's coming with Windows 10 right now. Let me just give you let me share my screen on the Amazon that I looked at. So I just gonna give you an idea of on this. This for Amazon, this is what you're going to want to look for if you're looking to replace this. And it's as simple as there's some screws here on the bottom that you remove, and the slot is right there in the bottom, and it just lays right there in the bottom. Let's see here. Here's the 2242, 128 gig. You're looking at $28, and I want to say 100. I think this was about the most expensive that I saw. Running at 150 bucks, which is almost the same cost as the whole device here. But the 2242, so looking at 150 bucks. You can drop it down to 512 gigs for $65. One of the reviews that I did read on this, that someone that had it for a while, said that the read write, the writing to the MMC, the eMMC, is not the fastest. And they said that, you probably want to go with putting if you're looking to use this as your main computer, you might want to go with another hard drive in the bottom of it and run from that. You may find that the read write ratios would increase by quite a bit. And that makes sense if you think about, they've given you this whole device. They had to figure out where they're going to cut some corners, where they're going to be able to pull back on. So that's that. So let me take that away. So we've got this. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to plug this up into my computer, and I'm going to open up one of my apps, and I'm going to stream it. So I'm able to show you on here. So we've got this. So let's remove this little bit of plastic. Yeah, bending over is not real easy. Okay, so all right, so we're gonna plug this in here through the USB-C. Okay, and actually the little blue light came on. And now what I'm going to do is I have a video capture device right here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to plug that in. All right, can you guys hear me now? Did I get sorted out? Just trying to kick me into there. How about now? Got me? Yay? Do you hear me now? Do you hear me now? All right, so audio's fine. Okay. All right. So I probably should open up the tab so we got that. All right, so we're going to go there so you can see little blue lights on. So what I'm going to do is let me open up the program that I need to open. So I'm going to open up my Bandicam. Bandicam. All right, back to here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Bandicam. Bandicam, where are you? You're our only hope. Okay, so let me go with full screen on that. Ah, that looks like it's cut off. Make sure you guys can see that. Looks like it's cut off. Sorry, you guys. Let me put this up here. So, this is how professional YouTubers do it all the time, guys. Right here. All right. So I got that, and I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, it says it's cut. Yeah, why is that cut off? All right. Well, hold on. Let me second. Let me close this because I'm seeing it full screen. Why? Why is it not seeing it full screen over here? Okay. All right. So there's my Bandicam. And I see that it's still cut off. Huh. Okay. Well, let's try some. I'm going to try something else. Let's try this. I'm going to just remove that and stop sharing. And I'm going to share my, let's see if I can share my whole screen and see if that'll work. No, this is not a 4K TV. My monitor and all is so. So yeah, I see Bandicam is still showing in. Let me close Bandicam because it's I was seeing in the when I'm trying to share it, I do see that it's cut off. So I'm gonna reopen that. Yep. Okay, so I'm good over here. Let me. Why is the application only showing me half a screen? Okay, well, you know what I can do? I will have to go old school and we're going to have to share my whole screen, which I'd rather not do, but it is what it is. So I'm assuming you guys can see this, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me open up my YouTube on here, and then I can hopefully see the chat. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me open up my YouTube on here. If I can, hold on a second. Where's my mute? And then I can hopefully see. Where's mute? How do you mute this mug? How do I mute that man? Okay, so I can see all that. All right, so everything, you went white. What the heck is going on? What the heck is the problem here? Okay, so what I'm going to have to do, so I'm still not seeing. What I might have to do is just put it onto my TV, which I was trying to do it this way first. Hold on. I'm looking at the, sorry, I'm looking at the YouTube feed and it's always a little bit late. I think this Bandicam is giving me an issue. So I'm gonna stop sharing. Sharing is Karen, and we're closing this up because she's giving me a problem. Okay, so time not to get upset, not to get all worked up. We're gonna just try. We're gonna try something a little bit different. So I'm gonna turn this off. Turn that off. And I'm gonna go. We're gonna go with. We're gonna bypass. We're gonna bypass this. You know what? Because maybe I don't need that. I don't need that stinking computer. Don't need no. Don't need no stinking computer. It's been a while since I plugged this in. I don't remember what my plugs were on this. Okay. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go this route, y'all. We're gonna go this route. I'm gonna do like the you see like the other people doing APK and other videos where they're like, "There's a TV right here for me." So that said, it was in the side. There we go. So I'm assuming you can see that. What I might do, let's do this. Let's try to take me out of the equation. Still trying to focus a little bit on me. Okay. So you can see that. Now what we're going to do here is I have a wireless keyboard, little dongle. Let's plug that mug up in there. All right. Let's see how this works. Oh, how about if I turn it on? Yeah. There we go. All right. Simple as that for plugging in a keyboard. Now I do have 2 ports there. It has 2 HDMI, so I could plug in keyboard's mouse through that if I really wanted to. But let's see what we got going here. First boot up, y'all. Not had it booted up, so we're gonna see how this goes. Yeah, I'm in the United States of America. What else we got here? Basics. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with American. Scottish. UK. I'm gonna skip the second keyboard. I don't need to do that. And I actually thought about using. You guys know those the REs, the RII8, the RE8s. I actually thought about using one of those. That will be something I try in the future. Yeah. Agreement. Oh, I don't want you guys seeing all my secret information. Secret passwords. Secret. Secret. All right, hold on. Doing my security questions. Oh, yeah. First question. Second question. Just like you do with Windows. And I know that if Blue's watching, she's like, ah, that typing. Yeah, I know. That's funny. This. What was your first childhood nickname? Dumbass, get over here. All right. Okay. Do more crossing, blah blah. No. No. Uh, no. Oh, I won't be able to do dictation. Well, fuck it, I'll leave it on there. Let's just leave that. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and leave everything else on there. I can always change it later. Hi. Ooh, getting everything set up. Hey, everybody. Thank you. Andrew, what's the password? Matthew McConaughey. Hey. Yeah. And I guess I'll have to link into my Wi-Fi. So it hasn't asked me that yet. So just setting up Windows. So far, you can see this is pretty self-explanatory. Nothing major going on here. Pretty easy. Okay, since maybe I'll look through some of these questions since this may take several minutes. Okay, Cross, thanks for jumping in here, Mr. Butler. Thanks, Sim Universe. Thank you guys. Southern Tech Gal, thank you. Welcome. So yeah, Sharon, I saw Sharon's in the side chat. Leave everything to us. You know, that makes me nervous when people are willing to take responsibility like that. Okay. It's Windows. Looks just like Windows. Everything looks pretty basic. Okay. I would assume I need to get on the internet. So I guess I need to go down here. Ah, dang it. I want to turn on. So it's on. Show it. Okay. This is more secret information. Secret information. How did I minimized everything. What am I doing here? Verifying, verifying, verifying. Secure. Hello, Captain. All right. So let's go ahead and close out this. Close out this. Now I am not a fan of Internet Explorer, so ugh. So first thing, we're gonna open up this, and DaBs. I like Firefox, so we're gonna go ahead and get that. What is up with this minimizing thing? I don't know what. Maybe it's the way I'm touching something on the. I've got to be touching something on the screen here on my keyboards. I'm not used to using this thing. And again, using a little wireless keyboard, I see how this could be easy to do. Is it two fingers? Yeah. Blah 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 blah. All right, here we go. Let's download this, and then we're gonna install the old KODI. So we're gonna run that. Warning, warning, warning. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Just take it easy. Now we're back to installing. Not the fastest installing, to be honest. Seems to be taking its time, in my opinion. I'll look at this, Eddie. I will take a look at this about which Windows 10 this is. Yes, this is Windows 10 cross. It is Windows 10. While that's doing this little thing over here, let's go down here to the settings. Go down to About. 64-bit. Or the yeah, 64-bit. Windows 10 Home. I'm sorry. Yeah, Windows 10 Home version 1909. So, all right. Go to storage. All right. So, yeah, definitely not the fastest writing to the hard drive, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but that's taken a long time to install. One of the things I did read about that some people complained about the writing, the MMCs, the actual hard drive. It's not the fastest when it's writing. So I want to install this. I'm actually going to install Kodi. Because I know how fast Kodi should install. So that will also give me a definite idea on how quick or how slow this is compared to the others. This is like taking way, way too long. So I'm gonna let it do its thing. Look through, see if we have any so and definitely people talk about the different browsers. Yeah, I'm just I prefer one of the things I did like about Firefox is that I can use it on all my devices and then I can log in, remembers all my bookmarks and favorites and this and that. So it does make it easier when I'm going from device to device or from my phone. And actually, like if I browse for something at home on my PC, the my phone will have that history of that I browsed that website, and sometimes that does help me a lot. And this has to be the longest install I've ever seen. I mean, how big is Firefox? I mean, is it like 60 gigs? Incredibly slow here, folks. And I'm going to see if I can listen to the fan. Now, people were complaining. The other complaint about this was the fan. They people, oh, the fan's loud. Okay, so I'm going to take my microphone. I'm going to go right down there next to it. We're going to see. I'm going to see if I can notice it. I don't hear it. I mean, I've got the microphone right beside the device. So when people talk about this noise, I don't have no idea where that was coming from because I hear nothing. But people were talking about being under full load, this and that. Maybe there's some things that I can tweak in it to make it run better. And this might be a reason why you have to read the instructions. Yeah, right. Don't think so. Yeah, across the if you log on to Firefox, create an account, log in with a username, password, all that stuff on your PC. Do the same thing on your phone or any of your other devices. If you have other PCs or laptops, they will sync. They'll sync up. This is. Oh, thank you, Dave. Yeah, I'll look at. I was just glancing on that. I will look at that tab that I had. Yes, I was pointing at the NVM. So he said, check out. Make sure you're looking at the status. Yeah, here's some. Yeah, they do have some on that page. What is the problem here? Oh my gosh, this is something is not right. This should never take this long. Hmm. I mean, look at it. Look at how much space it's saying it's already using. So you mean tell me Firefox is a gig big? Or I wonder if it's trying to download an update on the background. Let's take a look. This has got to be crazy. So I'm gonna do this. Let's try this. So this is opening pretty quick. Why is it taking so long to install that one thing? Well, you know what? Let's just be a pain in the butt. Let's give it two things to install. You knew I had to install this. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with the 64-bit. Okay. It's already downloaded the 60 megs. Oh wait, there it goes. Wonder if there's something up. Well, it can't be my internet. Look at how slow it says it's gonna take to download that. 8. Hmm. This is usually something that I download this within 15 seconds. Wonder if it's the because I'm on my 5.0, which this supports 5.0. Maybe something's up with my internet. Since I am streaming a show at the moment. Could be. Um, well, I don't know if I'm the speed test. My speed test at while I'm running this many things all at one time. Let's see. Speed test can't be good. All right, let's see. No, my download speed is just fine. My download speed, it's running at 115. So maybe something is not configured correctly on this. Oops, sorry, Dave. I didn't mean you leave your chat comment up there. See if Windows is updating. Does seem like something to me it on this device that something else is running in the background. Hmm. I don't see it saying that there's an update. But to me, I swear it feels like something else is running. So the Edge, that's your browsers. CPU, what's chewing me up here? WS App X. Is that Windows? 'Cause that's all right. Now you can see the Firefox installer is using a lot. Let's see. Let me. I guess Firefox decided it was finally done. All right, let's close this. Yeah, I'll close this. I'm gonna leave that open. I'd like to see what's running. How much? Let's close this. Let's see how fast this installs. This shouldn't take but seconds. I'm gonna leave it in the C program. C. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's his normal speed there. That's about normal there. No, maybe something was just running in the back. I'm gonna close this. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. So first thing I would do, install the set. Yeah, I mean, I don't know 100% that I'm gonna buy. If I want to buy another hard drive or put a hard drive in this, I'm not 100% sure. If I want to invest all that, it's just right now I'm just trying to check it out, see if it's worth it. Now, let's try Kodi. Let's see how Kodi opens. All right, seems to open all right. Boom. Let me, if I oh, hello, flower girl.
Do you want me reading comments to help you out?
Sure, if you want. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm just gonna go through. It actually now this it seems to be running okay now. I don't know what
Okay.
was. I don't know what was the malfunction there. Why it was going so slow. I mean, to me, it did seem like it was running dead slow. So let's do this. How's your day?
Good. I basically just did the exact same thing that you did.
Oh, on your new.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to flip over to my PC because I'm on my phone and I can't have the chat and you open without having the audio playing on YouTube for some strange reason.
Roger that. So let's back up. Let's see. See how this runs. Off. Do. Installing my build now because I know how fast that should run. It should open pretty quick right now. All right. Well, repository. What is up with that track thing when I hit it and it like minimizes it? I know it's because I'm hitting that bar. Sorry. I know it has to be with this track bar. I think it's when I'm just tapping to the side just a little bit that it minimizes everything. Boom. Open Sesame. Well, this will let me know about how fast it takes on how long it takes to download. See if we were having a download issue. And we go. Let's see. It's a little bit slow because normally I can go 6 megs. So I'm at 3. So I do see a little bit of drop off on speed because I go as quick as 6 megs from my repository.
How much RAM in that thing?
6. Let's see. What did Dave say? Yeah, I definitely might take a look at trying to add something there. I know that when I've read, that was one of the major complaints, was the hard drive reading and writing onto the hard drive, or I should say writing onto the hard drive was a bigger complaint.
Yeah, I reinstalled Windows on my Nuke there this morning and put my server back on my Plex server.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot faster than that.
Yeah. Does seem like something's running off to me. And this is running about half the speed of
Okay, now
my
here's a quick question for you. Does it make any difference the fact that you're live streaming? So your internet's not great right now?
No, I mean, because I just did a speed test, and
It was
my
fine?
computer says it was 115 meg. So that's it's supposed to be 100, so that was running just fine.
Yeah. Buzz,
So
it's
I'm
running Windows.
huh?
Buzz just asked what OS you're running.
Yeah, Windows 10
10.
Home. It said Windows 10 Home, and what was it? 1909, I think, was the build.
Yeah.
So this will take a little while for me to mess around with this, and I do want to try to mess in to see how it streams down the road on some of the 4K content. I do want to try it on that. But for me, I was thinking, could this be a viable option for somebody that's in that market of getting a Shield or other, a higher end device like a Shield, which is $200? Would this be a better option? That's where this idea for this product, would that fit that niche for someone that wants a computer and a media device? And that's why why I got this I wanted to try it. And Dave says, yeah, you don't know what's been added to the OS, and I don't.
He could wipe it and go fresh, right? Because that was already on there, right?
Yeah, Windows was, yeah.
See, I installed by USB this morning.
All right, so do you have on, so is your Windows is on a USB?
Yeah. It was really easy. It's really easy to get. You just grab Windows Creation Tool. Download it, throw USB on your computer, loads it all up, boot up your box in boot mode, switch to USB, run it, done.
So
yeah, and the trackpad is finicky, and like if you hit it wrong, yeah, it minimizes everything on you. It's annoying. It did that to me like 10 times.
Yeah, that was the as you saw it, every time I tap it, we like all these little boxes. I'm like, what the hell? So now this will have a lot of updates for my build, because this is only probably 6-8 months old build. So while that's doing this little thing there, I'm gonna take a look to see how this fits. All right, so I guess I do see on my TV.
I'd tell him we can't really hear him, but I don't think he'd actually hear me without his headset on.
Yeah, I was looking to see if there was some other things like holes, and there are. My TV does have where you could actually mount this.
Cool.
You could mount that in the back of it if you wanted to.
I know Griff would like that.
But I'd have wires going up. All right, is this done? Looks like it's done. Looks like it's done. So let's do this. Oh. I don't need Venom's update. I don't care. Let's see, where's this at? Yeah, that's the newest version. Okay.
Oh, and Andrew, if you're still around, my other server's back up with the kids' movies for your kids.
So you know what? I'm gonna go to YouTube.
Kyle just said he thought you were going to pop back up from behind the TV wearing the snowman suit.
Not today.
And Dave was saying that you can get a real cut down version of Windows 10 called Windows 10 AME.
AME. Okay.
I mean, really, you don't need all the bells and whistles of Windows, because 9 times out of 10, if you're getting this box, you're going to be using it for Kodi. You're going to be using it maybe as a Plex server. You know, you don't need all the bells, the Windows bells and whistles.
Yeah, I'm thinking that this Wi-Fi chip that's in it is not. I'm on 5. I'm on the 5.0. Yeah, it should be pretty fast.
Can you hardwire it too?
Yeah. Oh.
Does it have Ethernet?
I don't
check
think
that
so.
out.
I don't think so. Negative. Negative, Ghost Rider. So there is no Ethernet. Well, no, because I doubt. You know, with the Fire TVs, you can do it through that little dongle that the Ethernet goes in with the power. But I don't. With that, I bet you can't. Huh. All right. Let me get myself in trouble with YouTube. Yeah, we know not to show anything by Nintendo. All right, hold on a second. Let me mute my TV so I don't get in trouble for that. All right. It stuttered just at the very, very beginning of it. And it isn't now. Okay. So let me try. Let's do a search. Let's try that. And try this. Costa Rica. Let's go. No. Did have that stutter right at the beginning.
Yeah, I saw that too.
But that went away just at the very beginning of it. And this is not a 4K TV. I was just wondering how it would handle. Stuttered again.
Maybe later hook it up to your 4K TV and then test it out, and then just put a little note in the show notes.
I'll definitely do that, because that's not going to be hard to do. I could plug it in. I could plug that in. Well, hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on.
Watch out, Kyle. Here comes the snowman suit.
Okay, I finally do hear it.
Hope everybody's having a wonderful afternoon / evening / morning.
Let's try next. Okay. And I don't know if you heard me. I actually could hear it when it was over there running under full power. I could hear the fan. It wasn't like, and I'll try to, it could have been that video was causing, making it say, hey, why, oh, why? I think my wires are all plugged in.
Pen, it's not too bad, according to Todd. A little slow. We're slow loading some stuff. And I can tell too because I just reloaded Windows on my Nuke this morning, and everything that I loaded really fast. So
The old Nuki.
well, I mean, shit, better for the money. Although I definitely got my money's worth on that one. It's like friggin' 8 years old now.
So why is my
What is it you're trying to do, honey?
I was just trying to hook it up to my other TV. I'm pretty sure this HDMI cable works.
Just so you know, we can't see your other TV because of your little TV,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Okay.
I know. I don't want to get in trouble anyways. Just curious. And I'm pretty sure that was number 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's the Intel 5. Yes, Dave. It's old now, but still works fantastic. But I did pay a lot of money for it back in the day. Ramped up I think I've got the RAM up to like, I want to say 16. And the thing that I liked about it too is I got the one where you've got you've got your SSD, and then there's room for an HDD, which I got a 1 terabyte one. So it's nice because I load all my movies on there, and then when we travel, I can just take the box and we don't even need internet. But yeah, always curious to see new little mini HD PCs and see how they do. I mean, I guess when you look at it, when you're used to using, for example, a Shield, this is probably going to seem really slow. Or meanwhile, like a expensive PC, of course, it's not going to be anywhere near it. But I guess if you were going from maybe a crappy Chinese box to this, it's probably going to be heaven.
Updating your system. No shit. It needed an update. See, the problem is with this, it's so far away for everybody.
Well, I'm Todd. I was just saying that maybe too, because you have high-end devices, like you have a good PC and you've got, your Shield that you use all the time, probably most things are going to seem slower to you naturally,
Yeah. Yeah, but it should have been a little bit more responsive, and it could be about the updates. Now it's working on updates. So again, with this, I had to reboot it because unplugging the HDMI and plugging it back into my other TV, it didn't like that. I couldn't get video to play, so I had to actually shut it down. Let me see.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Looks sharp on the TV.
Yeah, it's clear. That is clear. That is a clear picture for
And
sure.
normally from here you can't see your TV very good.
I my password was smile.
Really? Seriously, could you be any more adorable? Did you see my tweet this morning?
Yes, ma'am. I certainly did. Okay. I had to tweet out there. I have to raise the bar for everybody.
It's true. I pointed that out to all the ladies.
To all the ladies.
Sorry, guys, you might have to up your game now after Todd this morning.
Yeah. Okay. So let's take a look, see how. Have you noticed, even on my videos, that you're forced to watch two ads nowadays? It just seems really weird.
On
See, and
your
look,
YouTube videos, you mean?
yeah, I was looking at my video this morning. Because I was adding the in the show notes.
Yeah.
The people's URLs and stuff, and it gave two ads, and I've never had it set for two ads. It usually has one ad clickable, so you can skip it. It's skippable. All right, I'm gonna make this full screen. Some stuttering. Oh, there's another stutter. Another stutter. Yeah. I think on 60 frames a second is not going to fly with this. It is not going to fly.
Kyle just said, we know your password is all right, all right, all right.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over here to the device, and let's see if I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear it's on. It's running full. Now this is with the microphone right beside it. Now, in all fairness, if I'm sitting here, I don't hear it. Now,
I didn't hear it.
beside,
I didn't hear it with your mic up close.
you didn't? Yeah, I can hear it. It's a fan running, but I mean, okay, my air conditioning's on, so I don't hear it from that. But it's, I mean, it's not loud. You do hear a little bit of a fan. Maybe if it was sitting right on your coffee table and you're watching, maybe you'd hear it. I don't think you would. So all right, so that gives me an idea on the 4K. So let's do this. Let me back out of this. So yeah. Wonder if it did it. I wonder in window mode. I wonder if it would do it.
Why don't you try Cody? Maybe it's just a Windows thing. But you know what? Maybe somebody was suggesting just leave her elect. But I mean, what do you want out of this box, Todd? What is it you want out of it? Do you want a PC on your TV?
I don't think I do.
Like what would you use it for specifically? Just straight up Cody?
I would probably use it for Cody. Yeah, that would be most likely, unless I used it for some other as a mini PC for some other purpose.
Like a server, like I said?
yeah, hooking it up to a server and then not having to depend. I don't know how the transcoding would go though.
Yeah, that's a good point. We could always test that out. You could throw a Plex server on there.
Yeah.
And then I could test it here.
So yeah, definitely in window mode, it doesn't give me the buffering or the stuttering. But that, like I said, that's pushing the 4K, and I don't know how many. I don't know what the frames is on this, but
So it was fine for 1080, just not 4K?
Yeah. Let's see.
Linux would be a good idea, actually, Dave, because you can still get all that stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Any other programs you want, but without all the Windows junk in it.
Okay, so here's a HD 1080. Let me see what this does. Oh, these ads. See, it says one ad of 2. Jeez.
Yeah, probably, JJ. That's what I'm thinking too. Because I mean, you're essentially you're not really using it. People are just streaming off of it. So as a Plex server, it'd probably be great. Because I mean, a lot of people, if you're like me, I have a PC and I have a laptop, but my PC, I actually had unhooked it a long time ago. And your laptop, you can't leave it on all day, and you don't want to leave on all day anyway. So it's nice to have a device that you can have turned on all the time, so you have 24-hour a day access to your Plex server. Or if you go on vacation and you want to watch off your Plex server, it'd probably be great for that. We're going to be testing that out at some point, I think, Todd?
Yeah, definitely. Something to check out. So let me back out of this because I'm all done with that. Stop. All right. How do I go? Oh, it has a button for power. I wonder if it would actually shut my device down. So that's your unboxing. It's maybe didn't run as smoothly as I was wanting the experience to be.
Hold on one second, Todd. Then you'd need a NAS for media? No, Dave, you could just use a normal external hard drive and plug it in.
That's what I was thinking. If you used a,
you don't need a NAS. No, you
right.
just if you plug in a normal drive to it and it stays on, that basically is your NAS essentially.
Right. Yeah, I'd be curious on how that would run. I might have to try that because I got a hard drive full of stuff. Just had to put Plex on it.
Yeah, you just go grab the server on Windows there.
Yeah, yeah. So do that and then just add the folders. So I don't know.
Yeah,
But
Kirkman, I actually used a Raspberry Pi for a Plex server at one point, but I'm not great with that that OS, and it was what's it called, Rasp something or other, Rasp Pi, I guess. And I had trouble mounting hard drive to it because it's not as simple as Windows where you just plug it in and it sees it. So me being not exactly fluent in that OS, it didn't work well for me. So that's when I decided to change it up with my Nuke. And then I just put Windows on it.
Yeah, I think this will take a little while for me to keep playing around with it. I'm gonna try some different things. I'll keep everybody informed, let you guys know what I came up with. I don't think I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna invest in another hard drive unless I could get one real cheap. If I got one real cheap, maybe, but I wouldn't want to invest another $150 because this shipped was $170.
Yeah. Dave, but that is restricting capacity. I don't know if you're referring to me telling you to plug in a hard drive, but even if you were using a NAS, you're restricted by your capacity and what you could have on your NAS, depending on how big it is. And I mean, you can have it so that you could plug in. I think my Nuke has 3 or 4 USB ports. So I know a lot of people that have gotten like crazy NASs that come with the bays, and they got like 100 terabytes. Or I'm not quite going that route. Maybe down the road when Todd and I move in together, God only knows what's going to happen then when we combine all our tech crap together.
Wonder Twin powers activate.
We're going to have like a yard sale just of old boxes that we have.
Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah. Well, there's different things you could do with this device. I'm not hating it. Not for sure. I'm not hating it, but I'm gonna try to let it boot up a couple times to make sure that it's it's updated, because I'm wondering if there was some updates that needed, because I saw that right off the bat it said that
Yeah.
it needed an update. So probably not great to pull it out of the box and throw it on a video.
Mike,
what?
newer NAS can run Plex. Not all of them, though. Make sure you double check that it can before you actually buy them, because there's quite a few that don't. Believe me, I've looked into it. Actually, I think right on the Plex website they have a big list of all the NASs that have it.
Well, yeah, Daryl, she was talking about running. What was it? Open Elect.
Yeah, or Libra. That
Libra.
is actually genius on a box, because if all you're using it for is for Kodi, that is definitely the route you want to go, because it boots straight into Kodi. Right? You don't need to go into Windows to go to open Kodi. It just Kodi. So if that's all you were using a box for, Libra Elect or Open Elect, definitely.
Well, she was talking about the Plex with she said she has a Plex set up with on a mini PC with hard drives hooked up with no problems. Yeah, if you're running it on a PC, what Blue was talking about, she was trying to run what'd you say, Raspberry Pi or Raspbian or whatever you were trying to run. So you weren't running a Windows, and you were trying to run a Plex server from that, and that's where you were running into a problem of mounting.
Yeah. But Open Elect is its own operating system. One other thing you could do on that box, though, if you were interested in it, is dual booting, like Todd said, and you can have one boot be Open Elect, as you'll say your default, and then you could also have Windows or Linux or whatever else you wanted on the second partition, and then that way, if you wanted that, you could, when you're booting up, you would just have to switch drives. But it's kind of neat because you can. Open Elect was great on my Nuke. Like, I loved that. But then I ended up dual booting just to have something else. Because if you have Open Elect, you can't have Plex, because it's you know what I mean? It's the whole system then.
Eddie asked me
years ago.
Eddie says, so Todd, is it a pass or a play?
Yeah.
I'd give it right now a soft play.
You need to play with it more, probably.
Soft play. I'm not. All right. So I've had shields, I've had sticks that were like easy, boom, ready to roll. There's a little bit of something to it, a little bit of work to it. So give me a few times to mess around with it.
Hey, baby, you know what I would do next? Because it's not going to be your main box and you're just sort of playing with it now. I would do another video not too long from now and do Open Elect or Libra Elect on it. Like, wipe it and do that and just see if it runs faster with a smaller operating system.
Only issue I worry about is on the driver's side of that.
What do you mean?
Sometimes you need certain drivers for. I guess I can back up. It's the drivers that they have pre-installed that I wonder if there's certain drivers for that.
My Nuke, I've gone from, like I said, from Open Elect to Windows, no issues with drivers. So I don't know. Okay. I don't know if they come pre-installed now when you'd use that creation tool. Exactly, Dave.
What dual boot with Phoenix OS? What's Phoenix OS?
Just give them a second to answer, because I actually don't know either.
Okay, it must be an older. Yeah, I've never heard of that OS.
Dave just said Phoenix OS is well out of date and ad bloated now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should put, like, what's still being maintained, Libra Elect or Open Elect or both?
I know Libra Elect.
I started on Open and I switched to Libra. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, because wasn't Open real slow at updates? They were way back.
I wonder if Griff still uses. I think he does, so he might know.
Yeah. Jizz, welcome up. I was actually just doing a live show real quick.
How long you been on now?
I don't know.
Hour and a half.
Okay. And hey, I do like that this keyboard has a little button for on and off. And it turned it off.
That's handy.
All right. And the box is really not hot. It's really not hot. The smell of hot plastic the first time it really gets hot. Yeah, it's like you know when you get a new car.
Babe,
Yeah.
Buzz is asking about CPU and GPU. Can you maybe read the specs again one more time?
Yes, ma'am. The GPU was a UHD 600, which for 4K. I don't think that that's going to be what you really need if you're pushing 4K. It says 4K, but I think that is a lower end 4K.
Oh, LibreElec is up to date. Thanks, Dave.
Intel. It's an Intel processor, Celeron. I think it said Celeron processor. J4115 is the chip that's in this. 6 gigs of RAM with a 128 gig ROM chip, which is not. Dave and we kind of jump back and forth on this. It's not optimized. I don't think that that's your if you're going to use this on a long term, I don't think that that's the route I would go. I would probably go with adding that M2 solid state drive. And so when I look at some of these SATAs, all right, so I wouldn't want to go 128. So let's say here, what would you think? 512 megs? So here's the solid state SATA M2 2242, 250 gig, $40. So that's not bad. That's not a bad price. Here is this is the King Spec brand. 512 gigs is $65. So that would most likely that should improve the performance of the device quite a bit. I think that would be a big advantage because does seem to run a little bit slow. So yeah, looking at this, if I went, I'd probably go with the. I don't think probably 250 gig hard drive would probably be sufficient. So what's that? It says $40. Not bad. It's funny. So I'm looking at the two. They got the same brand. 240 gigs is $38.98. 250 gigs, so it's 10 gigs more for $1 more. What a deal!
I just sent you the link to get the LibreElec USB creator.
Okay. So, all right.
Because I have a feeling it'll be zippy on that.
Yeah, it might be. I mean, one of the pluses of this was, as people saw, adding Bluetooth with my 5.0, basically plugged in. Well, I didn't use 5.0. I just plugged in the dongle to it. Boom, it was ready to go. I do know when I watched Virtual Man do a video on this, it did pick up Bluetooth because he did it with a gaming pad, and he played a few emulators, and they ran pretty well. So I think that it's just going to take a little time. I do believe I do need to reboot it one or two more times to make sure that it's got all the whatever updates it needs. Because I think that was a problem at the front end of this. So yeah, so I'm looking at a 250 gig hard drive for this. If I put one in at $40. So that's not bad. Not bad.
Buzz was just saying, I think you can live boot without actually installing it to be able to check it out. LibreElec.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that might be something to trust. But it'll be my new project.
But
little
even
side project.
grabbing a window, making a Windows. Do you have a bunch of USBs lying around? Should make a Libra.
I got some.
Label them.
I got a fru. I
have
got a
a little
fru of them.
kit that I got a million years ago for, like, you know, when you buy something where it's computer maintenance kit, where it's got, like, you know, the thing you put on it so you don't cause static and stuff like that, and screwdrivers and everything in it. And that's where I keep all my USBs for all my different programs, is right in there, so I always know where it is.
Nice. Well, that keeps it very organized. So folks, Chuwi, Larkbox, I think it has potential. I'm not going to run right out and get it, but we'll see. But, you know, I wouldn't tell people to run out and buy it. I think that it's definitely got some potential. Let me try it out for another week or so. Give it some more boots. I do want to mess with it on my TV and try to browse with it more to see if that get a little smoother, because to me it was a little bit clunky. And you're right about one thing, Blue, when you said something about there's no Ethernet ports. So that is a very important thing. So if you're needing Ethernet that does not have that. But we'll see. The Chuwi box, not bad.
The guys did say there are adapters out there for that too, though.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I was just wondering. The only thing I'd worry about with the power supply, because I know that this is actually not this is not, they had a bigger brick than this, because this was a Kickstart program, and the brick, when the first people that got it on the Kickstarter actually had a brick bigger than this. So the power brick was bigger than the actual device. So this must be version 2, because it's not, I don't know, I mean, it's half the size, something like that. Half as deep. Well, almost. So it's 2/3 the size of it. So we'll check it out. Appreciate everybody's jumping in here to watch and check this out, even though it wasn't exciting and lots of fireworks going off. But new device, check it out. I would definitely suggest people to go to ETA Prime. He has about 4 videos where he does and kind of takes it apart. Virtual Man did, like I said, he did some emulation. There is some people running emulators and actually running this up all the way past up into the GameCube, if I'm not mistaken, and they had some good success with it. So if you're running those types of games, that's the device itself is pretty decent, because even my Shield, PSP, I can get past PSP, and then it starts to, I can do Dreamcasts, so you're in that same par with those. So yeah, I'm not actually, because Roger, I'm not going to install anything that I install on it. There'll be like small apps. Anything I do in media wise is going to have to be off of some type of a drive, a jump or hard drive or something like that. So yeah, it is. It was. You know what? I figured, what the hell? And so I had to pull up this big TV out of my bedroom that hasn't been on in a year. I have not turned that TV never is turned on. So this was probably the first time it's been turned on in a year and a half. Even when Blue came, I don't. It's in the bedroom. It just sits there. I don't watch TV in there. So I had to crank it up. So we'll see. Didn't go quite as well. I was hoping to be able to share the screen via my capture card. That didn't play out so well. So but you guys can see this may be a device that you may want to check out. Keep an eye on it. I will give you more feedback as I mess around with it, and definitely keep an eye out on some other guys that are doing the videos on it. If you're interested in this device, take a look at ETA's videos. He does a real good job on explaining it and breaking it down, and like I said, tears the whole thing apart. So, yeah, it is all good. Miss Blue, anything else you got to say before we all roll out of here?
Nope. All good. Thanks for all the.
Well,
that was cool watching that, and thank you to everybody in the side chat for all the information too. Please, that's great.
yes, that's the great thing when we have people, and I was hoping that people jump because I don't know everything, and as I'm fumbling through things, I like to hear what other people think and them sharing their knowledge. So that was great information. And don't forget Player Pass this Wednesday. Play or pass. Me too. So Player Pass. You guys got to make sure to watch it. And we'll see you guys then. If you didn't watch the video last night, you guys need to definitely check out the show with UK Turks and his APK that's coming out. So that's going to be a real fun thing. So we'll have to look forward to that. Hopefully in the next week or two, he'll have that sorted out and he'll come back on the show and show more. He said he would go through the APK more, but he said, I didn't want to take up the whole show. And I'm like, well, the show was kind of focused on you, bud. But
Yeah.
but the other thing, there is some bugs in it, and anybody that has created something and you know that it's not ready yet, you don't want to walk through too much and bugs pop up and everybody sees those bugs. So yeah, he was being careful where he went so he didn't stumble up on a bug. So again, thanks for everyone watching, and we'll see you Wednesday.